Hey everyone, so today I have to work on the snowblower. The forecast that they're planning, today's Thursday, the forecast they're saying for this weekend we're supposed to get up to 2 feet of snow. So that is not going to be good. Did get some new toys Christy bought me at work. She got them on clearance. Only paid like 30 bucks for that. That was really cheap, like 17. That she got marked down to 13. So I got some storage, some stuff to unbox. 2 new electric motors I picked up. Those are probably going to be for like a go-kart or something, or if they even work, I don't know. But today, the snowblower. I need to take the carburetor apart, clean it all out again. I don't know, I put clean fuel in it, the tank's clean. It gunks up and acts like I'm running a bunch of sand through it. That's why I was having issues in that one video. Which, by the way, I realized it uploaded from halfway through me editing it. It didn't do the final edit. So I don't know what's up with the software and what happened there, but that was kind of annoying. I mean, I probably had another 2 hours of work I did to that video, and then it didn't even upload that save from it, so I'll have to look into that. Got a bunch of water in the garage today. I don't know, there's even a drain in the floor right over there. I don't know why there's so much. It's very unlevel, and it's coming, right through the cracks when it's warm out. Can't wait for that to stop doing that, but got 2 feet of snow coming. Gotta get the snowblower going. I was really hoping it was the end of the year for it, because I put that nail instead of a shear pin in it, right there. These bearings for the shaft here and then the one that runs front to back are completely shot. It makes a whole bunch of racket. I don't know if the microphone picks it up very well, if you guys can hear it, but so that's what I'm going to be doing today. I gotta clear myself a little area here. I'm going to move this stuff, put the hood back on the lawnmower, just set it on there. The tarps I can put over on the left over here. The grill I'm going to move over to here. The boxes there, I can just put them, I don't want them to get super wet. I'll find somewhere to put those. I clear the bench off a little bit. Probably not going to need it, but that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be kneeling in the water. But I'll get back to you when I get some progress done on that. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay, got it all moved. Didn't take nearly as long as I thought it was going to. Snowblower's out in the open. First thing I'm going to do, well, we'll do the carb first. Okay. So, this is the carb on these, typical carb on these Tecumseh little, I think even up to 8 and 10 horse have the same one. They're fully adjustable on the older ones, which is nice. And they're very easy to work on. They're just 2, got one here, on that side. Bolts hold it to it. Got my little homemade link that holds it to the governor, a fuel line, and a primer line, which runs down underneath. Just plugs in here. It all just pops right off. The carb comes off. There should be no fuel in it because it all leaks out. I did get my little action cam accessory kit in the mail, less than 20 bucks. That's all this stuff over here. A bag full of stuff. Came with a little carrying case, which in this stuff there's actually a mount that's big enough to hold my phone. There's a little tripod it comes with, which will come in handy for this right now. And then this spreads open big enough I can fit it on my phone. So I'm going to do that real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, I got that on. Now I got a little tripod for my phone. I can set my phone down, video what I'm doing. You're going to need a pair of pliers. That's probably it. So, come over here. Need on those pliers. There's set you, let's see if I can get this to stay right here. Perfect. Right. Should be using a wrench in these, but pliers are faster. And I don't have any wrenches here. Those are all either at the farm or over at my dad's house. Set that there. And the main issue I'm having with this is on the bottom of the bowl is the adjustment for the mixture while it's running. And as I'm going along, I can turn that all the way in, all the way out. Doesn't make a difference. Sometimes it'll be, I have to have it running with the choke on, I don't know, half, 2/3, I don't know, somewhere around there, just to keep it running normally, but then it'll start stumbling under load. And what I gotta do is open up that needle valve all the way, let whatever piece of trash that's in there go through, and then close it again, and it'll run alright until it happens. You know, sometimes it's every couple minutes, sometimes I can get the whole driveway and stuff done before it does it, I don't know. I've had this carb cart quite a few times clean it. I mean, there's nothing, no trash in it, it's just an old worn out carb, I guess. But we're going to take it apart one more time. Try it out. Oop, just broke my little link. I have to get a paper clip and make a new one of those. There's the carb off. Like I said, it's pretty easy to come off. I'm going to move over to the bench and we'll start taking it apart. This thing also comes apart very easy. So, yeah, we'll do that. Okay, I have myself a little room on the bench for the carb. I think I'm in shot. Yeah. This is the carb. Take the bowl off, putting that on the bottom. Again, I'm going to use pliers, which I left over here. Just crack that loose. Might be some gas in here. Yeah, there's a little bit. Put the drain onto the floor. No big deal. Now this, if I remember right, yeah, this is actually your main jet. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but, yeah, right? Let's see if I can find something to point with. Okay. Right in here, yeah, you can see it right at the point of that nail there. There's a little tiny hole, and that's your jet opening, and then this threads in and out, and actually it's a needle valve. In and out of your actual jet, which is in there, if I can get it to focus. Yeah, that just kind of in and out like that and regulates how much fuel goes in. Like I said, with this one though, I do not get any control over that. The needle itself is in alright shape. See if I can get that focus. It's not rusted or tapered or anything. Well, it is tapered, but it ain't got any. I'm wondering. Yeah, that hole's plugged up again. I don't know. Well, that's probably why. You say I don't know where all the gunk's coming from, but I'm assuming that's it. I do have. Let's spray this out a couple times already. Carb cleaner. I don't know why I didn't get that. What we'll do is spray a little in there. We'll let that soak for a little while while we do the rest of this. Okay. This. Just got the gasket. The float pin slides right out. Take the float and the needle off. Another issue I was having with this, here I'll drop that needle off so I don't damage it at all, was I don't know if the float's bent on this or what its deal is. I tried bending it back, but usually you have it parallel like that when it's full and floating, the needle's closed, then when it drops down, lets fuel in. Well, with this one, trying to remember exactly what the problem was. Oh, it was only has that much movement in it way down at the bottom like that. It wasn't coming up level, and I couldn't force it, so I don't know if this is a different float or if something's actually bent on it. I don't know, but this all looks fairly clean yet. So all I'm gonna do, I mean, it's clean in here. What I'm gonna do is spray some carb cleaner through it, just make sure it's doesn't have any gunk in it. Clean up the bowl, clean up the float, put it all back together, throw it back on. So, yeah, I'm gonna spray it down real quick. When I bought this, the guy had the carb off of it. Told me it ran and stuff in the ad. He had the carb off when I picked it up. It said he just pulled, oh, it runs good, just pulled it off to clean it. I get it home, didn't question it at all. Get it home, and it's completely gunked up. This was completely full of old fuel. The needle would barely move. The float was completely stuck. So this thing did not run at all. Dude lied to me, but $50 for a snowblower. I mean, it had 2 flat tires, one of them off the rim. So I had to put a tube on the one side. That's the tire that holds there now. The other side's flat, but it doesn't make that much of a difference. It still drives just fine. So, alright, I'm going to put this back together, get it back on the snowblower, and start looking over the bearings and stuff. I don't know how much I can see underneath there. I haven't actually looked at that at all yet, so I'll get back to you. Okay, so got it all clean, got it all back together. I'm probably going to make this into 2 different videos. You can see this is nice and clean on the inside. The float is all cleaned up. This nice and clean. The screen's got a little gunk on it, but that ain't gonna hurt nothing. It's still getting, that's just for the, or is that just a plug? Oh, that's just a plug. Thought that was for the overflow. But I did notice down in there, the white that you see, that's not the bottom. It's a little rubber O-ring that they use for the seat for the needle valve. Now, I'm wondering if that seat has swollen up some, and that is why the needle isn't going all the way in. That's what's keeping the float from going all the way up. I don't know. Now that's all clean, I'm going to get it back together. So first, this goes on the hanger. I turned the light on the camera, which I don't know why I didn't think of it before. And that seems to make it a whole lot better. You guys can see quite well now. Okay. The needle goes into the hole. You line up the ears here. And you push the pin across. Now this pin on some is mushroomed over on one end. You can probably see my breath across the camera. It's kind of cold out. Mushroomed over on one end to where it only goes in one way. But there's nothing that holds it in besides just the case sitting in, and that'll keep it from wandering side to side. Got this little O-ring. They sell rebuild kits for these carbs, which aren't expensive at all, but they also sell, see how that won't go all the way down. Right, see right there's level. But see, it's squishing into the, yeah, it's either the needle is out of something else and it's a little long, or that O-ring swelled up some. And we'll get that back on. Put the cover on. Now you'll notice this is indented on one side. You want that indent. So this is the furthest point from the pivot. You want that indent just like that, so it has the most room to move. And if you're watching this as a how-to on how to fix these, this little washer sits right on the surface here. Usually it's pretty stuck to it. When you take it apart and start cleaning, that thing's gonna fall off. Don't lose it. I've already almost lost this one so many times forgetting it's there. But I'm going to get that centered. The washer goes on. What I do is I screw the valve body in. And get that tight. Now these don't have to be super tight because you are just sealing on a rubber gasket. Just basically got to hold it on. And then that's when I screw this in. Because otherwise, from having it apart and cleaning it, you could actually have that needle too far up, and when you screw the whole thing in, you jam the needle into the seat. You don't want to do that. So these, you go till it just bottoms out. You'll feel it stop. Don't force it. And then you go usually about 2 turns out. 1, 2, and that'll get you real close. And since I haven't touched any of the other settings, it should at least start. And like I said earlier, this thing was running with the choke on and everything like that, so they're not super picky. Alright, I'm going to put this on. Put just a little splash of fuel in it to see if it leaks out. And then we'll start it up, see how it runs, shut it off, see if it leaks again. And if not, that's that fixed. Like I said, I'm going to make this into 2 videos. The other video is probably going to be me checking it over, the bearings and stuff like that. This one's kind of going to be a little longer, so I'll probably link the videos side by side. That way if you want to see both of them, you can. And I'll get right back to you once I get this hooked up and started. It's all back together. Turn it on. I put fuel in it already. It doesn't seem to be leaking. Usually it'd leak right away. I didn't put a whole bunch in because I just didn't want to deal with a bunch of fuel all over the place. But we'll give it a shot, see if it starts up. Let's set you. Perfect. Try to make this video a little shorter. Do a little full choke. Oop, that came off of there. We'll come just off of idle. See what happens. Well, started. I kind of temporarily, there we go, see if that holds. Made a little governor arm out of a piece of wire I had laying around. It's not very strong. Try a little less choke. Well, the runs needs a little bit of adjustment, but I'm not going to do that in this video because it's already long enough. But thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, you know. Everybody says that on their videos. I've got 9 subscribers already, which is more than I thought I'd have by this time. And almost 500 views already, which is quite a bit. But I'll keep doing videos. I'm going to try making them a little shorter, between the 10 and 15 minute range. It doesn't take long to film 20 minutes worth of content though, so. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.